Prime Minister now performing a parikrama around the Shivling at the restored Shiv Mandir at Kuber, Tila. Again, very significant. Jai Shri Ram written there. And when you talk about Lord Ram and Bhagwan Shiv, one prayed to the other prayed to Lord Ram. So for example, Rameshwaram, Ram ke Ishwar Shiv, ya Ram hi Ishwar hai, as Lord Shiv said. That is the beauty of the Sanatan Dharma that reflects here in this temple and these images. The Lord's bow and arrow. Bhagwan Shiv ki parikrama karke Kuber Tila par, and that's an ancient temple here. And once again, let's cut across Kumar Mangalam Birla in conversation with Rahul Kanwal.
जिन्हें भगवान श्री राम ने गले लगाया, आज वो फिर से अयोध्या की धरा।
कैसा आपको लगा ये पूरा? मुझे विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है कि ये ऐसी घड़ी हमने देखी और शायद बहुत कम लोगों के लाइफ टाइम में उनको ऐसा मौका मिले कि इस तरह की घटना उनके सामने घटे। बहुत मन खुश है और मुझे एक्चुअली विश्वास नहीं हो पा रहा है कि ये हमारे सामने हो रहा है। Ma'am, how was the experience for you? What did you make of it?
It was a very emotional experience, absolutely spellbinding, and we're very fortunate because we've seen history being created. It was an amazing experience.
And then आप क्या सोच रही थी जब पूरी आप सेरेमनी को देख रही थी?
It was very, very inspiring. I think especially for youth, hearing the PM talk, it was very inspiring. Everything was just fantastic, and it's a pleasure to be here.
मैम, गृह मंत्री खुद बिरला मंदिर में थे दिल्ली में, आपका गोवा में तामनी का इतना बड़ा मंदिर है, आप क्या सोच रही थी जब ये पूरी प्राण प्रतिष्ठा की जो प्रोसेस थी वो चल रही थी?
बहुत ही दिव्य क्षण था और बहुत ही आनंद आया।
And that's the response, that's the reaction. Adbhut lag raha tha, divya lag raha tha. That is the response you get from the devotees who were there. The saints, the sages, the seers, the who's who of Bharat is right here at the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Ram Mandir at Bharat's civilizational moment. The Prime Minister performed Jalabhishek at the Kuber Tila, Lord Shiv's restored temple, and that again promises to be a beautiful, a mesmerizing temple. But once again, look at this image, look at this Vigraha of Lord Ram on your television screens. This is what Bharat waited for 500 years. 500 years. And when you hear those lines from the bhajan, Sundara Vigraha Megha Sham Ganga Tulsi Shali Gram, does this not reflect that? And look at Hema Malini. She broke out into a dance right there, as did so many other devotees. चित्त को प्रसन्न कर देने वाली जो भक्ति है वो यहाँ साफ तौर पर नजर आ रही है. This is satisfying the soul. Film actress Kangana Ranaut seen in these images chanting Jai Shri Ram. And I have Dushyant Sridhar, a very well-respected Vedic scholar who joins us on the broadcast. Sir, how do you see this Vigraha of Lord Ram and the entire Pran Pratishtha ceremony and what the Prime Minister said? Ram se Rashtra tak, Desh tak.
Namaskaram Gaurav, and namaskaram to all the Astikas and the viewers who are watching India today. It's of course a momentous occasion, a day that will be etched in our memories and shall remain in the altruistic minds of Astikas throughout the world. That said, coming to the ceremony, I would say this has adhered to every rule of Shastram. Be it the architecture of the temple, be it the Prana Pratishtha that was done for the Mula Murti, the way the Mula Murti was selected after a very diligent process, the way Yogi Raj, the Shilpi, has beautifully sculpted the Murti, the Karuna that just flows in the face of the Murti, the eyes that speak of just Anukampa and Vatsalyam, every feature of the Lord, the way Alankaram was done. And of course, talking about the rituals, since Dasharatha belonged to Shukla Yajurveda, for all these 11 days there was Parayanam of Shukla Yajurvedic hymns. And then there have been rules from the Agama Shastra and the Vaidika Sampradayam, and of course some parts of the Ramanandi Sampradayam that were adopted, and so it was a beautiful ceremony. And the Yajaman, the Honorable Prime Minister Modi, he could have just fasted for 3 days, because Prayopavesham, which Rama did for seeking the permission of the Ocean King to construct the Setu, was just for 3 days, but he took up an Anushtanam Traisit, which was for 11 days he took, and he slept on the floor, all of which was not required for a person of his age, but he did for the goodwill of the country. As an ordinary, primitive mortal, a citizen, I pay my salutations to him. I pay my salutations to every person who has worked towards this Rama Janma Bhoomi movement, and now for the construction of the Rama Mandiram. And of course, Rama was born in Ayodhya, so that way you can say he belonged to Uttar Pradesh. But through the ideals that he lived as a universal icon. He is the Aradhya Devata for so many people across the world, and many aspects of the Murti do represent traces of the South Indian tradition as well. Of course, the Murti was sculpted by an Indian from the south of India. The jewellery, the way it was done, I could just get, tears were rolling down. Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam, says the Kavi. So all that I can say is, I have to just repeat his words. In 2015, when I took Yatris along, I couldn't witness that beautiful Vigraham of Ram Lalla being housed in a blue color tarpaulin tent. And finally, we have managed to get penthouses and duplex houses, he has finally managed to get a house. And when he comes with such a beautiful Prana Pratishtha, trust me, Bharatadesham will reach and touch newer heights, Gaurav.
Bharat Desham will reach newer heights. That's the aspiration, that's the dream.